Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is a special edition because it's our 500th episode. That's insane. You guys have rocked with us for 500 episodes, and that's amazing. So thank you so much for listening. Now we're going to call that nonsense out, and we're going to talk football. I have Coach and Dean with me. Fellas, how y'all doing today?
Oh, okay, I can go first. I'm doing good. I've literally pointed to Dean. I was like, I'm doing good. I'm much better than I was a couple of weeks ago. Much better. But I still haven't learned any lessons because I managed to be outside both Friday and Saturday once again. So, yeah. Alchemist doesn't come to London that often, guys, so I kind of have to go. And he's not going to bring Rock Marcy with him every time as well. So, you know.
If this is going over your head, this is some of that real hip hop shit that you do. Yeah, it's weird that you waited and threw it to me as if we don't. Like, anyone that's been listening to this from the beginning knows that Tosin talks, then you talk, then I talk. You know, so why are you switching it up? Did your disease fuck your brain cells up or something, bro?
Do you know what it is? It's the 500 episodes. It's almost like we're turning over a new leaf. You know, throw a curveball to the listeners and shit.
Fuck all that, nigga. It's the same shit. I always may be higher, but it's the same shit, nigga.
He even took his kufi off. That's what happens. He's no longer woke. His third eye is closed.
It's coming back. Don't worry about that. I'm getting some new colors. Don't worry about that.
Dean, how you feeling today? You good?
I'm fantastic. My team won. In a pretty routine game. I don't know that I want to be greedy like other human beings and ask for anything else. I am happy.
I mean,
this life.
It's pretty cool that you predicted it too. Bang on the money. The same tactics and everything.
Yeah, you know, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I know my manager, and he knows me. Pause.
Yes. Let's go to La Liga. Speaking of Spanish managers, Real Sociedad and Real Madrid. Real Madrid beat Sociedad 2-0, but it's a tale of old time. Sociedad dominated possessions and got chances, but Madrid do the scoring. They got two penalties, one by Vinny, one by Mbappe, and the football wasn't that good. Question for you two. I don't know who wants to take the question first, but when did we ring the alarm bells about the way Real Madrid are playing, or do we just let it rock?
That's a coach question, absolutely, because he's the one that thinks Carlo Ancelotti shit doesn't stink. So you tell me how he's going to solve this.
No, to be honest, I think it's generally a personnel issue. I don't think he knows he's the best 11 yet. So once he figures that out, I think the football will follow. But yeah, there's I think Arda started yesterday, if I remember correctly, or did he come?
No. Did he? I know Brahim started.
He won a penalty. I know that much.
Yeah, sorry. No, I was thinking of Brahim. But I don't see Brahim being in their first 11. Put it like that. You see what I'm saying? And it's like he's gone.
So Arda did start. Brahim did start, but Brahim is out for the next 3 months because he had a adductor injury.
Yeah. So again, even if he wasn't injured, I don't see a world where he gets into their first 11 anyway. So it's very much Carlo's just figuring shit out. And there's centre back situation as well. I know Alaba still at the club, if I remember correctly. But then you've got Militao, you've got Rudiger. Those two are going to be used as bars of soap, basically. So I feel like he's generally struggling to find the real balance between everything, and that goes for the attack as well. Arda Güler shouldn't be part of the attacking trio, whatever else, but I feel like that might be the only space that they've got for him in their team right now. I want to say it's clunky, but it's just not functioning right now, and the absolutely insane individual quality is what's bailing them out right now, which in itself, it kind of is like a tactic, but it's not going to work every week. It's not going to work against every team as well. Some teams will be managed by managers who thrive in not attacking, basically. So,
yeah. I think to sum it up, I kind of feel as if Takefusa Kubo, a Sociedad player on the losing side this weekend, but he sort of said it succinctly and perfectly. He said, all their best attackers play the same position. That's a problem, So I think as much as there are problems elsewhere in the team, once Carlo figures out his best three up front, or it's his best two perhaps, then I think everything else falls in line. You know what to put behind those two or three guys.
I mean, what's funny is I think there's a world where he could play a 4-4-2 with Vinny and Mbappe. Like I genuinely think there is a world where that works. So yeah.
I mean, listen, they got three guys who want to play in the left, so they got to figure that shit out. David Alaba's probably out until 2025. That's how bad his knee injury is. So that's unfortunate.
But we didn't answer Tosin's question. How long do we give Carlo before we're like, bro?
Well, actually, you know, I feel like that's dependent on how well Barca keep playing, which I know we're going to talk about in a second. But I think more than anything is the fact that Barca are playing good football and are playing well. That's what I feel like is kind of burning the Madrid fans and hierarchy basically right now. The fact that, in years gone by, we could kind of get away with this. But now look, you know, Barca are actually, you know, they're joking it. You know what I mean? They're playing well. So we got to step our shit up basically. So I think the longer Barca do this, the more pressure there will be basically, more than anything.
That is a perfect transition because now we're talking about Barcelona, who beat Girona 4-1 in the Barcelona derby because they're all in the same city. Last season, Girona beat Barcelona 4-2. This game, a lot has changed quickly, especially in this derby. Lamine Yamal got a double. Actually, all four of Barcelona's goal scorers, all people who scored all the goals today, guess where they graduated from? La
Masia, yeah.
So all the La Masia boys scored.
Low-key, I thought you were going to say Harvard. I swear.
They ain't that smart.
No, I was gonna say what's funny is you said that they played Girona today. It's what remains of Girona. Like there's nothing left. Like Stuani scored for them today, guys. Like there's literally nothing left at all.
I mean, Donny van de Beek played.
Yeah, I mean, I see that Daily Blind there. I'm thinking, fuck me. Like I know he was good for them last season, but you don't get Champions League and then continue to play Daily Blind.
Like, I mean, what's it called? Played two today as well. Dunjuma. That man is a traveling man.
Yeah, like there's nothing left from them basically. But with that being said, Barca were really good in that game. And I think Yamal, when you're taking shots first time and you're really arrowing them in, it's speaking to your quality and your confidence right now. I think he's one of the most confident players around right now. I just hope Hansi Flick has a bit of sense and tries to not overburden him. Despite how good he is, like, have a bit of sense. He's 17 years old. Like, you can't do this. Like, you can't expect him to play at that intensity every week. I think it'll be completely unfair.
Yeah, I mean, this is good, man. Hansi Flick has really got this team like just boiled down to a science as to how he wants them to play, and he's done it quickly. He's a great coach. Showed it at Bayern Munich. It didn't really work out too well, the German national team, but I mean, Hansi's nice, man. I'm trying so hard not to make a flick of the wrist joke, and it's, you know, let me take the floor before I say something stupid.
Yeah. Hansi, man, like I've been impressed, but I do think they still haven't really faced I think the real test will be in the second half of the season when people have looked at this and played against it one time, because he's doing something a little different, you know, from a tactical standpoint, in that Barcelona, this is the most vertical version of Barcelona we've seen since the Luis Enrique era, where they had Messi, MSN up front, Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. Yeah. So there's a lot of directness going on. You know, we're getting width in the final line from a left fullback in Balde. This is risky shit, but it's working so far. You know, they're bringing people onto them and playing into the space behind. Rafinha is basically playing as a second striker at this point. He's not really the wide winger, Arteta. So, you know, we'll see what happens when people see this again, but so far so good. And as Coach said, the real exciting bit of Barcelona's form for me is how it's going to affect Real Madrid. Like that's definitely putting the pressure on Carlo's neck. So I don't want the man to get fired or anything, but I mean, Real Madrid stressed. Look at my face, man. I'm excited about that.
we will be there.
Dean, look at your Eric. Yeah, so happy. Let's talk about Atletico Madrid. They beat Valencia. Valencia are just really, really bad. But however, with that said, Conor Gallagher got his first goal. Julian Alvarez got his first goal. and Antoine Griezmann scored right in between those two. So yeah, I mean it's looking cherry for for Atletico Madrid. So good for them. They got that win. Anything you guys want to talk about this game, or just move on?
Nah, we can just move on.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a game that involves Conor Gallagher, guys. That's serious. We're here to talk about football, man. I'm football.
Yeah, like Valencia won't be worth talking about again until that Peter Lim prick is gone. So until that happens, we can just they were just in the game. They weren't in the game. They were just there.
They were just around.
Yeah, they were just around chilling.
Yeah, Las Palmas and Athletic Club was 3-2. Nico Williams scored, and there was a red card. But
I mean that game itself was kind of nuts. But I think again we saw the Williams brothers combine. And I want to ask. Well, we're going to see this. There was another game. I think it was in Germany. But basically, there was a dummy for the second goal for Athletic Club, from what's his name, the older brother,
Inaki Williams.
Inaki. Does that count as an assist if you dummy it? Because that creates the goal like easily.
And a goal like that happened today too in Wolves game too. That happened with Wolves.
Right. So, go on, Tosin.
I personally wouldn't call it an assist, but in my head, as a proper hashtag Barclays man myself, that's an assist to me. I don't care. That was that crazy space.
You answered both sides of this shit. What are you, Donald Trump? Like, nigga, fuck, man. Like, it's an assist. For SPS purposes, that's an assist.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take the risk to pass up a shot, so another guy can get a shot behind you, and you're not sure that this nigga's gonna convert it, you're taking a risk. Like your coach will kill you, your teammates will bitch at you, but you had the confidence. That's a fucking assist, man. Yeah. That takes more balls than an actual assist. A W that leads to a goal, I think.
I just think it's such a clever piece of play whenever it comes off, because you've permitted a defender and you've given your teammate at least a half a yard basically, and those half yards disappear in the blink of an eye. So I think they need to start counting as assists, man, because some people say it's the coward's way out. I personally think it is. If you're making a dummy, it's usually because you got a call from someone, or you've already looked over your shoulder, so you know what's happening, kind of thing. So yeah, when we get to Germany, I know. Go on.
Yeah, I was saying, on top of it, it looks really fucking cool.
Yeah, man, it looks fantastic.
Which is the most important thing.
Yeah,
it looks cool as fuck. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Hashtag aesthetics, and that's all.
Yes.
And let's talk about Ligue 1. We're talking about aesthetics. Nasty Man FC beat Marseille. Marseille, they beat Nice 2-0. Neil Maupay escaped Everton and scored, and Luis Henrique scored. Coach, question for you. What makes Ligue 1 easier for strikers?
Is it really easy for strikers? To be honest,
no. Neil Maupay scored on his debut.
Yeah, okay, all right. Point taken.
Lacazette scored 20 last year.
Point taken. I feel like in France in general, there's a heavy emphasis on being quite physical. So if you're essentially going to, this goes for strikers and defense, if you're going to win your physical battles in France, basically, especially in and around the box, you're going to have chances to score, kind of thing. And sometimes defenders can be overzealous and can oversell themselves, and that sort of mistake can cost you a goal, week in, week out, kind of thing. We see it quite often when, especially young defenders in France as well, because they're really big. They're always trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Dominate their marker or whatever. And I think someone like Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder is tiny compared to like most centre backs, kind of thing, but he's bagging loads in France, kind of thing. I feel like that probably plays.
And he's a criminal.
Yeah, he's a criminal, of course. But so that definitely plays a part as well. And then obviously Lacazette, who you guys are making me talk about him, unfortunately. But I think it's working reversed. I feel like defenders think he's just a fat piece of rubbish, basically, and just like they don't really care too tough if he scores or whatever. It's like whatever. He's shit anyway.
Coach, I have a question for you. When did you change your name to Defender?
Listen, I don't speak French, okay? Yeah, so that can't be. But no, generally, I think like the physical nature of the French league definitely plays a part in how well a striker can do in there. So
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like Hugo Ekitike did not do too well there, but we'll talk about that later because that's not a Anyway, our second game in France, very bouncy game. This one, PSG beat Brest 3-1. Ousmane Dembele scored a perky header, and Fabian Ruiz he scored a goal from the top of the area. I mean, top of the scored a golazo. So
It's fucking words, nigga. God damn, turn your brain off. Damn. Yeah, like this version of PSG, they're fun to watch. I gotta say, like Luis Enrique was right when he was spending all that time hating on Mbappe last year. Like being an asshole. He was right. This is a much more interesting team to watch, but ultimately doesn't really matter domestically. We want to see what you do in Europe. We say this every year. We will know starting on Thursday, I believe, when the Champions League begins. That's when we'll start judging PSG for real.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when we have Champions League.
Whew, Super League is here.
Yeah.
Bro, football has really disgusted me. And we'll talk about this Arsenal. We got Arsenal wearing away kits at Tottenham for the first time in 39 years. We got Champions League on Thursday. We done lost recipes. We done lost the plot. We done lost the plot. Anyway, Saint Etienne beat Lille 1-0. Lille had a lot of the ball. Couldn't do much. And that's really the sum of the game. So it's really that. Let's move on to Serie A. Empoli and Juventus was 0-0.
Yes. Any drop points.
The spirit of Allegri still around, so you can't banish that one preseason.
You can kill the man, but not the idea. I was looking confused in a suit that did not fit him well. Not good.
I've got some menswear takes this week for sure.
Drop your shit, bro. But yeah, it was just a very boring, bland game. I'd actually argue that Empoli had the better chances, I thought. But yeah, it just wasn't really memorable. Don't even watch the highlights. Mike from Austin that likes FC Austin and Juventus for whatever reason. But there's also called Sweatsuit Tony.
Shut up, Sweatsuit Tony.
Yeah, it's gonna be another rough year, nigga. Like, go ahead and cut some holes in your sweatsuits and get some ventilation in, because I did not like what I saw this weekend. I did not like it.
Now, Milan bounced back. They beat the piss out of Venezia 4-0. Pulisic goal and assist. Yusuf Fofana debut goal. Tammy got a penalty. Milan were up 4 within like 30 minutes. One of the Milan guys I follow on the timeline, he was thanking God for Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham changed his life. So
Yep. Like I said, man, this is the type of partnerships he can strike up with the attacking players behind him. It's a match made in heaven. I'm telling you. I feel like he potentially could be like their player of the season. Like seriously, like I'm not afraid to even stick my neck out and say that, man. Genuinely,
fuck you, trying to take something from a good American white man. This is Chris Pulisic's award, nigga. Respect Yankee them. Don't come at us with this. Like, Tammy Abraham don't even got legs yet, man. Like, he literally just got his legs reattached. You trying to say you're gonna take something from Christian Pulisic? Like, respect Captain America, you fucking blind fuck. Can't stand always hating on us Yanks and shit, man. We hate you, bro. Why we even do a pod with this nigga, man? He just over here hating on us, treating us like we're not a real football culture and shit. I'm gonna be in London next month. We're gonna scrap over this shit. I've been trying to drown you in the Thames for years, nigga. It's happening now. How dare you disrespect an AC Milan legend, Christian Pulisic?
No, I'll be honest with you guys. We're not scrapping. We're going to eat more of these and watch Arsenal, guys. That's what's going to happen.
Ooh, football friends.
But in general, I'm quite pleased with what Milan are serving up, and I think the Milan derby coming up is going to be very fucking tasty, man. I can't wait.
Is it though?
Nah, not really. We gonna cook them niggas, man.
Monza won, Inter won. Dean's boy scored. Denzel Dumfries scored the tying goal in the 89th.
Yeah. Dean, did you watch it as well, right?
I didn't get a chance to watch it, no.
Oh, man. So basically, I think Nesta, I think he done Simone today. Simone Zaghi, sorry. Inter were pretty toothless. Like, they took off Lautaro in like the 50-something minute. Like, they had nothing for them basically. And to my mind, DeMarco was by far Inter's best attacking player. Like, not even close, man. And there's just some interesting quotes that we spoke about earlier from this week coming up to the game. From Cassano, from Baresi. Like, Cassano thinking that Fratese's better than Barella. I don't know what the fuck that was. What the fuck that's where that came from, basically. But
Cassano likes attention, man. He just be saying shit every couple seasons. I forget he's even on TV in Italy. Then he says some dumb shit like this, then we have to talk about him. So
exactly.
All branding.
Kind of like Van der Vaart, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like both fat, washed up fucks that can't shut the fuck up. Like there's a job for niggas like that in England. I think that's Jamie O'Hara or some shit.
Yeah.
So, they got a bunch of these niggas out there, man.
Gabby Bunglehor is one of them.
Oh, there you go. But to my head, as a person that didn't watch the game, I just looked at the lineup and thought to myself, well, Inzaghi rotated his entire midfield. So this kind of thing can happen. But then again, if you're saying that based on what you watched, that it was a tactical thing, then maybe it's an even bigger problem. I'm hoping I'm right and you're wrong, because I got a lot of money on Inter this year. A lot. Like I'm trying to retire off this shit, nigga. Like
I'll be honest. There's Inter will be fine, kind of thing. But there's the depth issue when they're going, because they're going to play a lot of games. They got City this week as well. Like they're going to need to rotate a lot, and this is what they're serving up with their rotation players. It can be a bit sticky, I think. But the goal itself, Motta has absolutely battered Pavard. That was a great cross, but yeah, Pavard got sent to the shadow dimension. It was ridiculous, man. But yeah,
that nigga, he been eating off that one World Cup goal. He ain't done decent shit since then, man. I'm tired.
You know what we call that? White privilege.
So I was going to say that the Dumfries goal was unlucky for Monza, because it was a deflected cross and just laid it into his path into an open goal kind of thing. But yeah, so that's just another string to my bow of not hate but anti-Frimpongmism, because Dumfries can defend and he can clearly score as well. So yeah,
no, he can't.
If we're talking in comparison, he can defend compared to Frimpong for sure.
You just said that shit real casual, and what's really going on with you is that you're no better than Vince McMahon. You just like big, meaty Negro slapping man meat on each other. You don't want a little nigga like Frimpong, but you like a big nigga like Dumfries. But neither one of them can defend for shit. Ask Ronald Koeman. He probably calls both of them niggers in private.
Coach would have signed Farouk in his prime. Napoli beat the stuff out of Cagliari. Cavara and Lukaku assisted each other for their goals. Moret pulled out some good saves, but yeah, Napoli got 9 points, top of the table. But yeah, it's going similarly for them. Scott McTominay actually is a real football number now, thank God. He's wearing number 8 instead of number 39. He thinks he's a fullback and shit. So he's got an actual proper number now. So looking solid for them over there.
Niggas got McTominay and Zamu and Giza in the same midfield. Oh my God. That's the true. That's Bradshaw and Farouk, nigga. That's the true APA right there. Real chops and shit, man. Like clothesline from hell on niggas in that midfield.
Oh my God. Crazy. You know what the scariest thing is? I saw Conte celebrating the goal like it was the World Cup final, which lets me know that this nigga is fired up for the season. Like, I've seen Conte uninterested, and it's the most hilarious shit. No, I think he truly believes they can win the Scudetto. And
oh shit, you sound like a Spurs fan.
No, I'm terrified.
Conte is interested.
Yeah, they also brought off Billy Gilmore off the bench too. That's like Crash Holly right there.
Yeah, I love that pickup though. I really love that. Yeah. He's such a good.
Yeah. I know we didn't put this game on the agenda, but I had to do this for myself because there's a game I saw today. I saw, what's it called? I saw Atlanta versus Fiorentina today.
Oh, yeah.
That was
let me tell you this. That Ademola Lookman fella, yeah. All I can say is, and I watched that game today, he just decided, you know what? I'm that nigga, and I'm going to take this game over. His first goal, right? The first assist, the first goal, he like put that ball right on the plate to Retegui. And I was just like, yo, you're a sick man. Then his goal was basically similar to what he scored against Benin. And I know that, okay, this isn't a fluke. This isn't no joke. This is who he is. And he's finally become the player that he thinks he is. And one more thing before we move on. Moise Kean, I need someone to slap him. You're not that good to be wearing 2 different boots, okay? Don't do that. I understand, like, confidence is some people's thing, but you're not. You know who else did that? And he played for Tottenham, too. Ben Asoto Kotu. He did that as well. And yeah, don't do that again. That's all I have to say about that. So
Hey
that's my
man,
two cents.
I don't understand you hate, like I think we're losing some recipes. I
Yeah.
think we need to reinstate this rule in the black community in general. If a nigga is darker than you, you can't say shit to him. Okay. So I need you to apologize to Moise Keene and all the other dark skinned niggas that are darker than you, Tosin. How dare you?
No,
That nigga raps. He doesn't care what you have to say. He is a rapper.
He plays for Italy. So there you go. He's therefore more lighted than me.
I was gonna just say, like, we're talking Serie A, so there has to be some racism here, guys. So Tosin, take it away. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
You about to make me sound like I'm from Atlanta. The outside skirts of Atlanta. Maybe sound like I'm from outside of Georgia. Anyways, that was Serie A. The Premier American, okay?
22.
We're American over here, okay? We know what it's like to overwork ourselves and get nothing, okay?
Yeah.
They'll be all right. They'll be okay. But yeah, good for Kareem Adeyemi, man. I'm happy for him. Kid is putting that pace to use. Leverkusen, let's talk about Leverkusen beating Hoffenheim 4-1. That was an interesting game to me because what's his name? Victor Boniface. He's finally becoming, he's doing his thing. This game was completely transition, but he scored 2 goals, and both of them were really incredible finishes. They were really, really good finishes that he had. And his celebration was very weird. Did you guys see his celebration?
No.
No.
I didn't, unfortunately.
We said no. We said no.
We're not gonna talk about it at all. We're gonna leave it.
We're not gonna talk about that. No. That's him on his own. That's him on his own. Like my son is Terry Murphy. I don't know this nigga.
But yeah, they beat them 4-1. Let's talk about the transition, Dean. What do you think about their transition? The way that they're playing in transition now, and the way they beat the shit out of that team.
Yeah, it's I guess this was more a general criticism. This is not insight by any means, but sometimes you watch these Bundesliga games and you're just what are these people doing? Like 3 of the 4 goals that Leverkusen scored were because Hoffenheim had their line so far up that 3 people in white, which was what Leverkusen were just walking in on goal, and it was just easy. Like when goals like that get conceded in games in any league, it makes me question the credibility of the league a little bit, because it's like it's one thing to concede 1 goal like that in a game. It's a whole other thing to concede multiple goals like that. It makes me feel like you're not really trying, Coach.
I was just gonna say, don't overthink it, Dean. Like it's the Bundesliga. It's been this way since forever. We're never ever meant to understand the Bundesliga. We're just supposed to experience it.
Okay.
And that's it. So honestly, everything you said just then, I could have went back to, I don't know, 3 years ago, a random Bayer Leverkusen game, and it would have been the exact same shit that you're saying. Honestly, maybe it would have been happening to Bayer Leverkusen rather than them doing it to somebody else. Like it's just the Bundesliga, man.
I think I was just like a little frustrated that I took the time to watch this game, set up for this game. Then the goals that got conceded were just like, what are we doing here? Like, are we trying to win this game or not? And it didn't really feel like Hoffenheim were trying to win this game. But
do you remember how Bayern got dealt with by Leverkusen and how Bayer Leverkusen scored their goals? It was just Jeremy Frimpong's goal was again transition. It's just how they play the game. Just the way we play, mate. It's just the way we play.
Leipzig Union Berlin was 0-0. You can close your eyes and imagine how this game played out, and you'll be right. Leipzig dominated the ball, didn't create much when they guessed, and nobody scored. And that was really it, right? Yeah, that's basically it. Holstein Kiel, the skincare company, they lost 6-1 to Bayern Munich. Musiala the first, Kane's got a hat trick, at least they got a goal. Nothing really to report here. Anything you want to add?
Dean, do you want to go before I go?
I was going to say, first off, fuck you for this polite shit. Still don't like it. 40 minutes in, still don't like it. But yeah, like Bayern have gone from picking on fucking opticians to picking on lotion people now. So I know you're about to shit on Thiago. I know you're about to say some shit about Thiago. And I'm just telling you right now that if you say that shit, we're fighting by the Thames when I get there. That's for sure.
Well, I can't because he was all the way in Liverpool. So yeah, Liverpool's very, very far for me. So he was in Liverpool this weekend. But I think Bayern Munich doing what they did yesterday, should I say, only was a result of the fact that Kompany was dressed like the money, power, respect era of the locks. Like legit, guys. I'm not joking. Go and see what he was wearing. I thought it was chic luch, basically. Like I couldn't believe what I was seeing. He was just everything down to even the way he wore his hat as well. I was like, there is no way Bayern are not scoring at least 6 today, and I was absolutely correct. Like,
yo, is that a wax denim jacket?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh man, Coach Bob, like I'm gonna have 3 real hip hops.
This nigga wore a wax denim jacket with a hat and some white shoes, and the jeans are baggy too. Oh, this nigga think he's.
Told you. I'm not joking.
I think we might have found our podcast cover. This nigga looked like a rapper.
Oh my gosh.
This Kompany really looks like he just raps on dusty beats. That's what he looks like.
Jurgen Klopp would hate him.
Jurgen Klopp would have probably called him Sadio Mane, aka I'm not going to finish off the.
Yo, but is it weird that the folks at Bayern don't like all this young shit? Like they fired the nigga for skateboarding not that long ago. Because he's black. He's not going. He got like 2 more crazy jackets before they're like, nigga, no, you gotta go. You know, like back to Belgium. Yeah,
he's gonna pull out the puffy mace jacket in the next game.
Yeah,
yo, I ain't gonna lie though, this nigga look clean. Like he look cool and shit, man. Like he dressed so nice, you forget his head is bigger than a whole fucking press conference. Like, his head is blocking like 4 sponsors in the press conference. It's crazy, but the jacket is fire. The jacket, I love that.
He wore a wax denim jacket. I am
sure. Tosin, find that shit for me, man. I know you can find that jacket. Thank you.
I'm gonna look on Grail or something. I know this man done.
Appreciate you, man. I was gonna start on Etsy, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, Coach. That is a real Menswear hour. I am so proud of you.
I raised you. Right. I was like, But on the game itself, like by the time that I actually realized Bayern were playing, they were basically 2-0 up, and that's no word of a lie. Musiala scored with like 14 seconds in, and then Harry Kane got the second like on 7 minutes. But there was a player that was playing there that ironically actually played with Harry Kane. Does anyone want to take a guess who that was?
What player? For the other team?
For Holston Kill, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. If you want, you can have a look through the team list like quickly. Like
okay.
It's actually I feel like it's a proper throwback still.
Lewis Holtby.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. Yes. I did hear his name. I heard that.
Yes.
I'm just glad he's still alive. That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for you breathing and shit.
But he caused the second goal, so there's that.
That die hard.
Yeah.
Lewis Holtby. I've not heard this name since 1993. Jesus.
Yeah.
What a name. That is a proper throwback name. Lewis Holtby. Wow.
All right.
Gladbach, they lost to Stuttgart 3-1. Dennis Undav is back in Germany. Scored again. Demerit scored a brace. Allison Play scored. I feel like Allison Play should have been a lot better than what he was, or maybe just injuries. Unfortunate for him. But that was that in Germany. Let's go over to the Premier League. And it was a great weekend for everybody on this because guess what? We all got clean sheets and 3 points, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Man United, I think the best way to describe this game is sliding doors because after that penalty save, United decided, hey, we're actually good at this sport and let's turn up. So, like I said in the United podcast, the biggest thing is confidence. Marcus Rashford got his goal and he's like, oh, wait, I know how to shoot again. And he started shooting like an American. So good for him. And United scored 3 goals and that was that. So good for them.
There was a penalty save in this as well, wasn't there, if I remember correctly?
Andrew Onana, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was the moment. One wonders what we'd be saying right now if he didn't save that penalty. Because Lord knows I went into this weekend ready to shit on Eric Ten Hag's life. Like I was praying a bird would shit on his bald head at St. Mary's this weekend. But thankfully for him and for United, things turned out okay. And I do think there's something to be said for a team understanding that they got lucky and facing their own mortality and stepping it up. So I appreciate it because United have had a lot of opportunities over the last 18 months to sort of turn the corner with this manager, and they just never take the opportunity. And I know it's Southampton, and I'm sorry for Aaron Ramsdale, but good job, United. For once, you didn't embarrass everybody, because we're honest. Even your enemies are tired at this point.
No, we can never tire. But yeah, secretly.
Low key, like it's like, bro, like, can y'all take some points off City or something? Like, God, like, be useful. God damn.
Tyler Dibbling got the best of Diogo Dalot until that penalty. After that, Diogo Dalot was like, "Yeah, I'm not. You're a little boy. I'm not gonna take this shit."
He was arguably your best player, in it.
Ahmad was, and Ahmad would always be our best player. That's just what it is.
I mean, I've been calling him the best player at that club for like the best part of 3 years, but nobody wants to listen to the guy in the Kufi, so it is what it is.
We've said that too. We just don't listen to we just got a bald man. Anyways, let's move on. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. After the game, obviously Callum Hudson-Odoi scored a banger. You see 3 West African boys just wilding on Snapchat, and I loved it. All I know, what's his name? I forget his name. Why am I forgetting? He played at United. Anthony Elanga. Yeah, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. They were in Liverpool's locker room just having fun. Olaina said he's got 1,000 boiled eggs for Callum Hudson-Odoi. So
no, honestly, I don't follow him on any social media, but every time I see a video from him, he always seems like a great time. Olaina, honestly, like he's very, very, very funny.
Instead of 1,000 boiled eggs, he should get Ghana Stadium, because they don't have one. Now they got to rent space from us, fucking bums. Like, fix your fucking shit, you people. What the fuck, man? We got problems too. We can't be helping y'all out with that.
All the electricity, but you ain't got no stadiums. How about that?
How about you said he's? Anyways, Liverpool got dealt with. They didn't look too good. Salah didn't play well though.
Bro,
and when go ahead.
I used my fantasy wildcard to get Salah in my team because I thought he would do something. Then I captained him. I took the captainship off Erling Haaland and put it on Salah. And I don't know. It might be over for me already. 4 weeks in, I'm sick. Sick of that. I'm like number 120 in our league. Like, I start the league and I'm that far back. That's fucked up. That didn't happen one time all of last season. I was right there to the 16th week last year.
We got to talk about fantasy and let's have basically anyone that's got Haaland in the team can't win the prize this year, unfortunately. Those are just the rules, man.
Hey man, fuck you, bro. You don't make no rules around here. Fantasy is for me to handle. Don't worry about that, people.
15.2 million. Are you that? Guys, no, for real. That's 2 Rashfords. People are not realizing that. That is just so ridiculous.
Listen, it's not anyone's fault that whoever runs this fantasy Premier League shit decided that Marcus Rashford is 3/5 the man Erling Haaland is. Okay.
Okay.
We didn't do that.
Now we're gonna move on. Where would Callum Hudson-Odoi be if he was like at Chelsea? Probably on loan. But yeah,
nah, they'd be making racist memes about him being a roadman, basically. So
calling him Mandem FC.
Yeah, because basically,
what they're doing for Madueke.
Exactly that. Basically, they'd just be making racist memes saying, "Yeah, he's running around London, he's a ringleader, blah blah blah," all of this rubbish. So it's good that Hudson-Odoi is not there because that fan base has a weird obsession with
black men.
Just treating people different because of their skin color. You know, it is what it is.
Quickly before we move on, Anthony Elanga came on, right? And the way he was running, NFL coaches you love to use him as a wide receiver. He was running go routes all day, just straight. He wasn't even doing anything special, just go routes all day. That's all he was doing. That's all.
Nuno keeps it simple. He keeps it real simple.
Yeah. Man City, Brentford 2-1. Worcester scored in the first minute, probably the earliest goal of the weekend. But, Brentford decided, hey, guess what? We're going to open up a little bit of Yash and let Haaland score twice. So that's really all that was. And what can we say about that?
Well done to Haaland. Good for you, man. You score goals, man. Yeah. You're such a big man. Yeah, well done. Yeah.
The highlight of this game, because I watched like 2 minutes of it, was the fact that on Monday, City's trial for 115 violations of the fucking Premier League charter starts. So we'll talk about that on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. I can't fucking wait, man. This is the game I've been waiting for like 2 years now. Let's get this shit popping. You're not gonna punish these bitch ass niggas, but let's get it popping.
No, but all jokes aside, I mean this sincerely. This is the most interesting thing about City to literally ever happen to them. Like, I'm not even joking when I say this. This is by far the most interesting thing. Like,
can I add to that?
go
One
on.
of the funniest things when they were doing the Barclays man thing was City fans asking, "Oh, where's our Barclays man?" I was just like, "Well, you're losing, well, you're losing to Middlesbrough by a lot." So that's your memory. But anyways,
Yeah.
Fulham West Ham won. That was 1-1. ESR had an assist. Reese had a good cameo. Danny Ings scored right before full time. Danny Ings is still alive. I'm so happy
Yeah.
for him. So
I'm happy he just got to play for the team he scored as a kid, which I think was Liverpool. So even though he scored like 1.5 goals or whatever while he was there, good for you, man. Like, it's just a big shock that he's still at West Ham, considering all the money they've spent on attacking players, and they still can't shift him for some reason. So
Right,
I saw a couple.
yeah.
I saw a couple of West Ham fans complain about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. They're like, "Oh, he's jogging back. He's letting Iwobi run past." And I was like, "Oh, welcome to the Aaron Wan-Bissaka experience. He'll get your slat tackle though." So
Aaron Wan-Bissaka positioning on crosses and whatever else will always be a bane of his game. Like, I don't think he's ever going to be good at that. To be honest, all the other shit, defending shit is fine, but when it comes to his positioning on crosses and shit like that, and just having the situational awareness, never ever been a strength for his game ever. So,
yeah, Crystal Palace Leicester City. This game was fun because it was so drunk, and it was a great time for everybody involved. Vardy decided to come through and score. Mavididi scored. He's officially arrived, but Mateta, he's truly an African parent's dream, man. The man shaved his head bald, tucked his shirt in, and now he scored 2 goals. He's just he found his form, man. He's truly found himself. So I love that. Him and Eddie are looking like they're doing something. What do you guys think about that? Because Crystal Palace fans are clapping up Eddie and happy, and they're enjoying Eddie. What do you guys think?
Are you, coach?
Well, Eddie's gone there to obviously play the striker, but Glasner's played him yesterday, as a right forward in the front three. But I think it's actually good because obviously Eze made up the other side basically, so you've got the nice balance of that sort of play on that side with Mateta and Eddie, trying to score the goals. And yeah, like, when you come, like, no disrespect to Palace, love Palace and whatnot, but Eddie's come from Arsenal as the second choice striker there, or third choice striker there. There's going to be an obvious gap in quality for when he goes down to a club like Palace. They're going to see, oh wow, this guy's actually really nice, but playing for Arsenal, the levels are quite literally different. It's staggeringly different. But I think he's gonna have a good season with them. Like, I'm hoping he stays fit, and eventually he'll probably move into the middle at some point. But for now, because of all the the trade work, should I say, he's done at Arsenal, playing wide, playing here, playing there, kind of thing. It's serving Crystal Palace right now. So yeah, I'm really, really happy for him in general. I'm happy that the Palace fans are pleased with him.
Brighton and Ipswich was 0-0, and there was really nothing to take away from this game. So
yeah, fuck Brighton.
Liam Delap is strong as shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that little nigga, man. Keep it pushing, nigga. Fuck him. Fuck his daddy too. Barclays picking. No, I can throw the ball. I'm a legend in the game. Like, fuck out of here, man. Couldn't fucking play ball for shit, but volleyball he could play. Bum ass nigga.
Guess what, guys?
What?
Everton did it again.
What they do?
They get up another 2-0 lead and lost 3-2.
It's pathetic at this point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they were up 2-0. Really good goal from what's his? I forgot his name because I feel so bad for him that I just had to erase his name from my memory. But it was a really good goal to open up. Yeah, Dwight McNeil, really good goal to open up the game. Dwight McNeil had another assist, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and then you start to see the signs that, okay, these guys are about to get breached. You kind of could see like it was slowly getting there, and then Ollie Watkins scored 1. Ollie Watson scored 2. Ollie Watson's gonna have a third one, and then Jhon Duran came off the bench. And it's funny because I saw Jhon Duran warming up, and in my head and on my couch, literally was watching this game. I was like, "Oh, Jhon Duran, he's going for it." And we said that on the account. We tweeted that this game smells like a Jhon Duran winner, and it wasn't even a winner. This was a fucking probably goal this season. Yeah.
Anthony Yeboah classic, if you will. Like, I think, honestly, I remember seeing him as, I don't know, like a 17-year-old with the Chicago Fire in MLS years ago. And I remember thinking back then that he just has the appearance of somebody that's going to be good at this.
Mhm.
When he moved to Villa for like 10 million a couple years, I know United were interested at the time, but it didn't happen. But I was thinking that he'd maybe taken a step up too far. But clearly I was wrong, because I know it's easier to come play against tired defenders. But this season so far, if you're comparing him to Ollie Watkins, he's the better forward so far. And I like that Emery was bold enough to play them together, because that's not really the kind of thing he did a lot when he was at Arsenal or anywhere else really. But he brought them on at the same time to go at Everton that were clearly just willing to give up the ghost. And with Everton, with them, it feels like a weird metaphysical thing to lose 2-0 leads 2 weeks in a row in the same league season. But honestly, this is just God telling Sean Dyche that, bro, drop Michael Keane and all shall be well. Like, literally, like, play a man down and you niggas will keep the lead. I swear to God. Michael Keane is so shit. He's the modern day Gary Caldwell coach.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to add to the conversation. That it's actually a sad day that I'm gonna have to retire the Gary Caldwell slander, because you, Michael Keane, might be worse than him, and that takes some doing.
It does.
Michael Keane is so bad that I don't even claim myself like Carrington graduate. I don't even know where he came from. He didn't come from my academy. I'll tell you that much.
He's bad. He's bad, and it's funny because he's so big and not imposing. Just not. He's a big guy, and it's just like, so the fuck what?
No big for nothing.
I buy Bournemouth, Chelsea 1-0. Bournemouth didn't finish their chances. The penalty, for example, and also clearing their lines, because that goal that Chelsea scored, both the defenders should be embarrassed.
Listen, man, you know what? I'll be a little kinder to them, because
No.
Well, I was just going to say, I don't know how long it's going to take Enzo Maresca to figure it out, but because it feels like Nicholas Jackson is a bit of a favorite at Cobham these days. Like, they seem to like him. Like, even before the manager showed up, it seemed like the people before him are all invested in making Nicholas Jackson, or maybe he's just killing in training. I don't know. But I've watched a lot of football in my life. I've watched a lot of Nicholas Jackson in my life. I've watched even more Christopher Nkunku in my life. And guess who the better footballer is?
Christopher Nkunku.
Yes. And guess who scored the goal yesterday?
Christopher Nkunku.
And guess where they played him yesterday when he scored that goal? In the fucking middle, where he belongs, not on the wing. He's not a winger. He's the best. For me, it's between him and Cole Palmer for the best player at that club. He can't be coming off the bench. You build around a player like that. And if you don't want him, sell him to us in January. I'm taking him at Arsenal right. He can blow all the fucking balloons he wants at Arsenal. Bro, like, it's the most obvious thing ever. He comes on and he bangs a goal. Easy. And shout out Jadon Sancho, man. That was a God, I hate Manchester United performance. Like, he was so good. He was playing as if he had Eric Ten Hag inside his eyelids or some shit, man. He was killing, man. That white playmaker shit, scrumptious. You know, even the Chelsea fans were chanting his name, and it went on so long that I got uncomfortable as a black person. You know, and I think Jadon Sancho got uncomfortable too, because they chanted his name a little too long and he gave the ball to Bournemouth. Like, y'all need to shut the fuck up. I'm tired of this shit. You know, so I'm glad for him, glad for Nkunku. Very glad that Evan Nilsson missed that penalty, because I thought like Bournemouth should have gone for Nketiah. They went and paid more for a foreigner because he's from Brazil and shit. Have they watched Brazil lately? And this nigga don't even play for them. You know, y'all should have gone for the proven Prem guy, but you know, I think you'll be fine in one.
Read the Sancho thing. Listen, sometimes some relationships don't work out, and everybody listening to this, you know this. Y'all have exes, you know. It just doesn't work out sometimes. It is what it is. So good for Sancho, you know. Whatever. Anyways, let's move on.
This nigga hurt.
I got Ahmad. Okay, I got Ahmad. Okay, I'm happy. And we got a whole Muslim right hand side. I'm happy. Okay, we got halal brothers on my team. Tottenham Arsenal. The Arsenal podcast is out if you want to listen to that now. Dean, anything you want to say? Actually, no. Dean doesn't have anything to say, because guess what? If you listen to us, we told you last week what the game was going to be. Bar for bar, word for word. Okay? We even referenced Eminem. That's how confident we were.
Pretty much. You know, I wasn't sure about it when I said it at the time, but I even predicted the lineup Arteta was going to go with. I think if you've been watching the team for long enough, you should have been confident going into this. You know, like, Arsenal is like a lot better than many of these teams. I know it's a derby, you're supposed to be nervous, blah, 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 blah. But Arsenal is like really good. Like Arteta trusts most of the players that are in squads these days. That wasn't necessarily true even last season. So for me, it was never really in doubt. It was just a matter of how many, and Spurs, they did their best. Good for them.
Can I quickly add, as a neutral person, first of all, it's Tottenham. Yeah. Second of all, it's Tottenham. And last but not least, it's Tottenham. Okay. Other than that, for me, when I look at Arsenal, and this is someone just being purely not even hating, Arsenal's defense is disgusting, and it has been for a very long time. Okay. If you look at Saliba and Gabriel, that's what we call men. Okay, real actual adults. Like, these are actual grown ass fucking men, and you can't do anything about just two big men. Like, yeah, Arsenal had injuries, whatever, but at the end of the day, it's Tottenham and it's Ange. Like, Ange really thinks that he can do whatever that midfield he put out today of Kuvalevsky, Madison, and I forgot who else he put out there in the midfield. Whatever. Yeah. How arrogant do you think you are to go out and like put that midfield there? What do you think you are? Go ahead, coach.
It's just the way we play, mate. That's what it is. It's very naive and very arrogant. But I said it last season. I think genuinely that Sri Lanka is, and we saw it in the first 30 minutes. Sri Lanka is probably the sternest test for our centre backs. I think I rate him, still rate him quite highly. I think he's quite good, but he's definitely one of those players that if he can't physically dominate you, he kind of runs out of ideas. He's a clever mover and whatnot, but he relies on being able to move you around basically, but also use that psychologically so that he can gain his half yard, because players don't want to get bounced around kind of thing. But you're not going to bounce around Saliba and Gabriel. That's just not going to happen. And he tried both our centre backs, and I think by the end of it, he settled on Gabriel, and Gabriel was just up for it, like more than ever. He was just like, yeah, okay, let's go.
I heard a lot when Sri Lanka went to Spurs, when they bought him. I heard a lot of stuff about him being an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an Arsenal fan, because if he's a real Arsenal fan, he'd have known to just ask for the sub. You're not that nobody, nigga. Like, don't try the second. When you try the first center back against Arsenal and you fail, just ask for the sub, because the second one ain't getting you shit either. Keep trying.
Yeah, but Arsenal dominated the shit out of them. Wolves Newcastle was 2-1. Look here, man. Wolves, all three of these goals were special. Okay. That first goal that they scored with Mario Lamine was beautiful, but then Newcastle was just like, yeah, so we got two thunderbastards. One in Fabian Schär, one in Harvey Barnes. And I was just like, yo, you know what? Those two goals will win you anything. Beautiful goals. Just absolutely beautiful goals. And that's really it. Would you guys think those two goals are better than Jhon Duran?
No. Jhon Duran goes straight into goal of the season contender already. Like, for real. Like, that's going to, when Match of the Day do their goal of the season contest, that's going to be there. And this is only in match week 4. Absolutely, I have no doubt in my mind. But the Harvey Barnes goal, that's Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes when he's fit and firing, he can do that most weeks.
Yeah, listen, man. If what's his name? The defender Doherty.
Yeah,
he used to be on Spurs.
Yeah,
he's also an Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
if that motherfucker is marking Harvey Barnes every week, Harvey Barnes score more goals than Erling Haaland. I'll tell you that much. Because Matt Doherty's a bum. Yeah. Like, I've never seen him up. Like, he just handed him off to nobody. Yeah. Like, how you chase a man? He cuts in on a strong foot. He's about to cock this shit back, and smash your net, and you're like, oh, central defender, you have him. It's like, bro, follow your man. Like, space can't score a goal. Players score goals.
Do you know what's crazy? Gary O'Neill said specifically in his post-match interview that he was so disappointed with that goal because every day in training since he's been at Wolves, he tells his fullbacks, show them wide, and he doesn't understand what happened. Like, he emphasized that basically, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the drills this week in training are going to be showing your man wide.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Wolves, sorry, but it looks like you guys are going to be fighting relegation this season, and that's unfortunate because your manager is actually really good, which is the weirdest thing about it. Gary O'Neill is actually a good manager, but
I think he's better than Howe. I'll just put it out there. I think he's better than Eddie Howe. I'm sorry.
I think he's also better than Eric Ten Hag.
Dean, I don't feel the need to express an opinion about Gary O'Neill. He seems like a nice man. he seems like a nice guy. Mikel Arteta likes him, so he must be nice. There you go.
By the way, I know we don't usually talk about this league, and I know like we don't, it's not really our place to talk about this place. We usually don't. There's a real couple Barclays games in the championship this weekend. Leeds and Burnley. I don't know when Hannibal Medri became a shithouse, but this guy's actually a proper like dickhead. Like, and he's. I know.
You don't know when he became a shithouse. That's like his only useful quality.
No, because here's the thing: when United bought him, right, he was like this technical midfielder. Like he was a supreme like technician, and all of a sudden the kid just became like a rep. Like he just became, I don't know.
Blame McTominay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But he's always been a shithouse to my knowledge. But great game. Who does he play for now?
Burnley.
Plays for Burnley.
Yeah.
And then the most Barclays of all, Portsmouth and West Brom. I haven't heard those two play against each other in a while.
Well, last time I checked, it was West Brom 2-0 up, actually. I saw.
It was 3-0.
Really? Okay, it finished 3-0. Okay, fair enough.
And the Nigerian scored, Josh Magic. So that's really all. Dean, this is your turn to take it away for fantasy.
Oh, yeah. So this week, our leaders are Cesc and the City.
Brilliant.
You got Haaland in your team. You're a big man, isn't it? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he does have Haaland and he has Salah. So, he's doing what I'm doing. But he is really far ahead of everyone with 329 points. In second place, another Arsenal nerd, 60 million down the drain, gang. Trevor Taylor, 61 points this week, 311 in total. So we have someone with 329 and the next person up is 311. That's a pretty decent gap for the fourth week of the season. And All in the Game by Safari Mister. And also in second with 311 points. So those are the top three. And at some point, I'm just going to randomly decide to send someone that's on first a gift. So you really have no aim or goal for when you should be in first. It just depends on when I decide I'm not hungry and I can go to the post office, and that will be your week. So good luck with all that. Congrats to Jacob, because it looks like you might win this shit. I feel like this gap is big. It's a big gap for the fourth week of the season. It's too much. Just put him in your team and stop crying.
And if you guys can't tell, this is a true dictatorship. So this is our 500th episode. So do you want to announce the quiz question, Coach?
Yeah. So guys, we have 3 questions for you, and you can literally answer these when you hear these on like any of our social medias. Even use our email if you like, basically. So our TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. Like, just answer these questions. So the first one is, what team does Tosin's dad support? You guys should know this by now. He's told this story a million times. That's the first question. The second question is, which of these players playing currently is Dean's footballing son that we, as SPS hosts, have attributed to him, and he's finally started paying child support for? So, yeah, who is Dean's footballing son? The final one is, who is my actual local team that I go to watch? The answer is not Arsenal, just so you know. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So tag us on the socials or message us via email or the DMs with the answers, and the winner will get a gift, another gift. We're going to decide. It'll be good, though. Yeah. I promise you that. Tiebreaker, people, whoever has the funniest answer, because some of you may get all these questions right. So if you do, you got to be funny with it. Mm-hmm. If you're funny with it, it will be the tiebreaker. And Tosin decides if you're funny or not, which is not hard because he laughs at every fucking thing. So yeah, just go hard, people. Go hard.
Yeah, I watch Fast and Furious movies, so everything is funny.
There you go. You know.
Family.
Oh,
all right,
man.
Everyone, we're out. Take it easy. Peace.
500.